Hello friends, welcome to Commerce and MS Excel Lab. So today we'll be seeing two logical functions which are and or. So these are available under formula section. Under logical functions you can see and or. So this and or functions are majorly used along with if function. So most of the if logics are built based upon and or. So in this video today we'll be covering how to use and or separately. So in further videos, we'll be seeing how to mix this and or along with if condition. Okay. So to start with and first, so here we have a data of employees, um, and we need to identify each employee. We need to test each employee and see whether he is working for Microsoft or not, and his salary is 15,000 or not. So you should qualify two conditions. So check employees for Microsoft and salary more than 15,000. So he should work for Microsoft and also his salary should be greater than 15,000. Then only he is qualified. Okay. So in for this kind of conditions, we will be using and functions. So if you look at this and syntax, it will be asking logics. So first logic will be whether he is qualified for Microsoft or not. So I will select this company's name and I will give equal to, I will write Microsoft. Okay. Then second condition, his salary should be greater than and 15,000. I have selected the salary and greater than 15,000. So there are two logics which I have given. So and will be working in this way. So it will be testing the logic from left to right. If the first logic is true, then it will go on to the second logic and it will check the second logic. If both the logics are true, it will give the result as true. If the first logic is true and the second logic is false, it will give into false. If the first is false and the second is true, then also it will give false. So and finally it will check all the logics are true or not under and function. If one of the logic is fail, and will turn into false. If one of the logic is uh, if all the logics are true, then only it will turn into true. Okay. So and will be used in to test all the compulsory conditions. So if you want to test a logic in such a way that all the checks to be performed compulsorily, then you should be using and function. Okay. So in this case, the compulsory is that you should be working in Microsoft and also you should be getting more than 15,000. So both are compulsory conditions. That's the reason we have used and function. So this function is going to test each employee who whether he qualifies for Microsoft or not, then if salary is 15,000 or not. Okay, done. Yes. So wherever it is false, he will not he is not qualified. That particular employee is not qualified, and wherever it is true, that employee is qualified. So if you look at here, employee 2 is qualified. It turned into true, and employee 5, employee 6. So the salary is more than 15,000 and they work for Microsoft. Here we have a Microsoft, but his salary is less than 15,000. That's the reason it turned into false. And remaining all other are Google employees. Okay. So this is all about and function, friends. So we'll move on to or. Okay. So or is mostly similar and the logic runs is bit different compared to and. Okay. So first we'll check out the condition. The condition over here is check employees for Microsoft or salary more than 50,000. And so he has two options, Microsoft or 15,000. If one of this option is true, then he should be qualified. The employee should be qualified. Okay. Now we'll see the syntax of or function. Okay. Or is also build of all logical tests. So first logic is first argument is compulsory logic you need to give. So minimum one logic should be there to get a final result under or. So you have from second logic onwards, it from second argument onwards, it's an optional. You can see the square brackets. Okay. So first condition is company should be equal to Microsoft, and the second logic is that salary should be greater than 15,000. Okay. Okay, I have given equal to, and here should be greater than. So the first logic is this and second logic is this. So OR will work in this way. It will check first logic. If it is true or false, it will see. And then it will move on to second logic. So OR should be checking for all the logics and it should find out the true. So if it gets true in any of the logics from left to right while testing, then it will automatically turn into true. So our final result based upon if in entire all the logics one of the logic is pass, then it will give into true. One of the logic if all the logics are failed, then only it will turn into failed. So R is used in such a cases where you have multiple controls, but it is not compulsory that all the controls to be completed. If one of these controls is met, then we can pass this particular test. In those cases, R can be used or can be used. So R will check in such a way that if any of the function is true or not, any of the logic is true or not. If one of the logic is true, then that's it. R will turn into true. Okay, friends. Yeah. See, in this case, all the employees are qualified. Reason is that though he may be either he may be Microsoft or he may be more than 15,000. In these two conditions, any of the condition got satisfied and all the employees are turned into true. So this is the way we will be using this OR function. Yeah, so that's it, friends. So if you have any doubts in this OR and if you have more complex situations to use this and or, you can post me in comments. I can help you out. And so thanks friends, thanks for watching this video. You can share and subscribe to my channel.